All the way live back here in the special VIP lounge where my man is coming to the stage and been doing work and working really, really hard, taking it around the world. Can I bring him out here for y'all? Can I bring him out real quick? Give it up for Joey Badass in the spot right now. Make some noise, people. He's in the building. So what's going on, brother? Tell me what's going on, because every time I see you look on the internet, you're doing better and better every day.
You know, just hustling, you know what I'm saying, progressing.
Yeah.
That's all really.
Now the album is incredible. Y'all got it, right? You better have had it.
Word.
You feel like this is your best work ever?
Hey, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He came with some vinyl. He's serious with his.
Oh yeah.
That's a dedication right there on that right there.
I got the market, nigga.
Yeah. What was the whole travels and the expression that you wanted to put into this album when you was putting this together?
One more time?
What was you putting it together? When you was trying to make this thing here, what was you trying to show the people when you was doing it?
You know, I just really wanted to create a conceptual body of work, you know, for the people. Something that, you know, wasn't about me. It was about us and what we going through in this present day and time.
So what you going through right now, I mean?
Well, you know, that's the next album.
Right.
What Joey's personally going through is the next album.
This is about the people itself.
It's about what we collectively going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is about all of us. It's bigger than just me. It's bigger than just life. You know what I'm saying?
It's been like a crazy time for the world for you where you're like, yo, it's really crazy out here right now. Like, I got to speak about this.
Yeah, for sure, especially in this country. I mean, everywhere in the world, actually. Yeah.
Have you ever been political? Are you real political with it?
I'm actually not political.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people calling this a political rap album, and it's like, granted, I understand it touches on, I guess, what you would call politics, but this is really me just expressing the ways that I feel and speaking for people from where I come from who share the, you know, the same concerns or the same worries or want to get the same messages spread across. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that the youth is good. That's what this is about. It ain't really about politics. I don't have any aspiration to be a politician. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a voice, and I'm going to use my voice for good.
There's a lot of pressure when you put it together because a lot of people look up to you. Yeah. It's like, I remember watching you grow, and I'm like, man, the kids were like, Joey can make him go out there and vote if you want him to. You can make him do push-ups. Like, stand up, jump around.
Come on, let's do 10, y'all. Let's do 10.
It's like, is that a lot of pressure for you?
You know, pressure makes diamonds. That's always how I look at it. So whenever I do feel the pressure, I just look at it almost like a good thing. Like, something good is going to come from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this weight, I'm going to get stronger. Yeah.
So I'm at the house chilling, watching TV, one of my favorite shows, watching Mr.Robot, and you just popped up.
Yeah.
Yo, that came out of nowhere. I was like, yo, man, did you get the acting bug? Did they call you? Or just something you've been looking forward to doing?
You know, acting was something I was always interested in since, you know, since like middle school, I say like my first real interest, you know, came into play. And that's when I was going to high school, you know, from 8th grade to 9th grade, you know, I was always interested in music. Like, music was always my thing that I wanted to do. But, you know, I was rapping, and I was still at that point in my life where I didn't really tell the people around me that I was rapping. I didn't really want them to know. I was kind of embarrassed about it. Just because, you know, I was such a smart kid, I just thought they'd look at that like, wow, you can do other things. You can do other things, you know what I'm saying? But I always kept music close to my heart, so when it came time to go to high school, ain't no school to go to for rapping or, you know what I'm saying, for lyrics or anything. So I chased the second best favorite thing to me, which was acting, which was screen theater. And, you know, I auditioned for a couple of different performing arts schools until I finally got accepted into, you know, the one I attended, which was Edward R. Murrow. And then that's when I met the whole crew, Steve, CJ, and at that point, and they wasn't even in the performing arts program. It was just me. But at that point, I realized that, you know, music was my calling. Because I was like, look, even when I tried to chase something else, music still was like, nah, this is what you need to do. Right.
But now you out there. I was like, you did good on TV, so you gonna try to do that again? You gonna do like the
For sure, for sure.
You've been working on it, or you just think about it?
Yeah, nah, I've been working on it. I've been like, you know, going to auditions and whatnot. So
you surprised me with the Mr.Robot. I didn't know it was coming. Yeah. So don't surprise me this time. What you got coming up?
I got a surprise. I mean, nothing, to be honest, nothing confirmed yet. Like, For the last couple of months, you know, I've been really focused on the album. I did a few auditions, but, you know, nothing that really stuck or anything. So, you know, but definitely, you know, look forward to the future, more films and stuff like that coming soon. I definitely gonna plan on doing that more.
All right, that. Now the fans want to know when you're gonna hit the stage and hit the road and come back out here and
real soon. So I'm going on tour this summer. We're gonna announce the tour real soon. It's just that, you know, okay, so I'll spill a little bean out the bag. I'm going on tour with somebody that you guys are gonna be really excited to see me go on tour with. So I'm kind of just waiting for him to be ready so we could announce it together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be real special. And it's
what does it rhyme with?
Oh man, that's gonna give it away.
Oh, okay. not like tease, like you know.
They smart. It's gonna give it away. Yeah.
I tried, y'all. I really tried to make it happen any way I could. Yeah. Why you gonna do the show this year? You gonna change up the show with something special? You gonna bring to the stage on just your part of the show?
Yeah,
what you want to give to the people?
I've been bringing. Well, every time I have a performance or there's a new tour, I always try to take my performance up a notch. Like, you know, because I like when people to see me, like when they come see me 1, 2, 3 times, like every time I like for it to be greater, you know, than the last time they see me. So, you know, I don't know what that is going to be exactly right now, but, you know, I'm going to bring my band, I'm going to have the stage production and all of that, you know, the visuals and everything. And, you know, we're just going to make it real tight.
Have you thought of your dream set to your whole show that you wanted to put together?
Oh, yeah, but I can't afford it yet. Next tour.
Is it like, tell us, like, is it something crazy you want to do? Like, you want to pop out something like pyrotechnics and crazy?
Yeah, I do, but I don't want to let out the bag.
Yo, he's full of secrets
People
today.
Be watching. People be watching. They steal your ideas, and then.
Yeah, but by the time you get, like, you know, you can do a piece of it this year.
Have a better idea, right?
A better idea. You can land a jet on the stage. You know what I mean? Throw out bacon. Do something crazy. It'll be something wild. I wanted
to have like a full like New York City train cart on my stage. And like the windows of the cart for it to be like the screen visuals on there, and like when I bring different people out, they will hop off the train, and shit like
See, that's fly.
Yeah.
If y'all watching and taping this, do not steal that. It's documented and trademarked
you
today.
Let me let it out the bag now. Let's see what happens.
So what else we gotta look forward to, man? We got the tour coming. The album's already out. What else we gotta look forward to?
When people ask me that, I don't know why I don't ever really know what to say. It's like
you're so secretive. You don't want to tell nobody what you got going. You like dropping things.
It's just the obvious. It's like more music, more films. You know what I'm saying? More merch and everything. But as far as like, you know, what can we look forward to? I mean, let's look forward to the present moment right now, man. Yeah.
So let's get that album. Make sure y'all got it. Me? Listen to it over and over. Learn it word for word.
You said translation. Get that album.
Got to make sure. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure they know it off top. Yeah. When you do your shows, my thing is, I love when people do like their favorite song. You start it off. They know the first 3 lines.
Yeah.
Then you come back and.
Oh yeah.
You be like, I thought you loved this shit. This is mine.
Well, gladly. I feel like I know when not to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if a song is too new, I won't do that.
You're not the one to do 3 verses of the new song. Like y'all don't know this one. Listen to this. To the fade. Whole song. You be the only one.
Right. Nah, I mean, it just really like if I feel like people may not know it, I'm just gonna say it, and then like if I hear them like saying it, then I'll be like, all right, they know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Joey Badass in the spot, man. Well, we thank you for coming through, man. What you want to tell the people while we sit there? Anything they need to know you want to tell them they should pay attention to?
Stay positive, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Go get that album if you haven't. And thank you guys all for coming. Appreciate y'all. And wait, can they ask questions?
If they want to. Anybody got a question? An in-depth one?
Oh,
you got one?
The biggest obstacle in making this album was probably getting myself to look past the fact that because the music is so powerful and because the message is so potent in there, like getting myself to look past the fact that like people might not accept it. You know what I'm saying? That people are going to sleep on it. And you know, granted, it's gonna happen, but it's not something that I realized it was not something I should be worried about. Because you know, in reality, most people are not smart. No, straight up.
That's true.
Most people are just not smart. So, you know, when it comes to smart music, most people are not gonna flock to it. And you know, that's cool. That's a risk that I took.
Is it frustrating? Like when you want to be smart and intelligent and you really want to put it there, you be like, man, I know this is going over their head, but you just
to be honest, I really put an effort to make this album very simple to that point, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I could be a very complex artist at times, and with this album, because I was taking it up a notch with just the universal approach, I wanted to make sure that my lyrics was heard. So yes, you know what I'm saying? That I always do take that into mind, and with this album, I did make it more simple, but there's still stuff that's going to go over your head, for sure.
Dig it? Next one up. Who got one? Shit, right.
How is your writing process? Like, does it just come out and you know what you want to talk about, or do you have a topic that you want to talk about? Do you know what I mean?
My writing process is as free as can be. You know what I'm saying? I don't limit myself to just one way of writing. Like, I could just be walking and something comes to my mind, and if there's not a pen and paper to access, or for some reason I don't want to connect with technology, I write it in my head. But if I want to articulate myself more, then I might write it on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Just because when it's pen and paper, I feel like a more intimate connection with the song, because it's like me taking my hand and, you know what I'm saying, me writing it. And when it's like in the phone, it's like just more like fun or some shit. I don't really know. It's different ways. I don't have one way.
Have you ever forgotten the ill rhyme you wrote?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You get to the studio like, yo, it was sick about 2 hours ago. It was crazy. It was crazy. Y'all.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm just sitting, I'm just daydreaming, I'm like just freestyling, going off in my head. And like I just don't remember what I said.
Turn the mic and turn it on. Well, guys, turn it off. Try. It's not working this time.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Next one. Who got one? This side.
So as an artist, it could be difficult to make it into mainstream America. What has been your struggles and triumphs in the business?
In business, to be honest, I haven't had many. To be completely honest, like ever since I was young, you know, I've always wanted to be a businessman, always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I set a goal at a young age that like by 21, I'll be a millionaire. So yeah, it's just good. It's just you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have any problems because I started young. You know what I'm saying? As far as business and financial, it's just do it yourself. It's just me in charge, so it's not really, you know what I'm saying? My biggest problems in business is probably getting myself to delegate my work properly. Because I'm a control freak. I like to be on top of everything. So if things are not ran past me, then it probably won't move. And that's my biggest problem, is getting other people to handle stuff for me. Yeah.
What's one thing that you just won't let out of your hands? Would it be the visuals, the music, your videos? Will you let someone say, this is what it's going to look like? You'd be like, nope, it has to look like this. I must do it this way. Or you have to have total control.
Definitely when it comes to my visuals. Like, usually when I make a song, I'm already having visions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not one to let other people like determine that vision for me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta like be on top of that. That's why I like my music videos. I actually take a pretty long time.
He's on top of it.
Because it's sitting in my mind and I'm developing it, and it's like you can't put a deadline on creativity, really. You know what I'm saying? It's just when it comes, it comes. And you never know when it's gonna come. You just gotta accept it when it does.
Who over here got one? It's like Oprah.
What's been your favorite moment since like the beginning of this whole process?
My favorite moment, like in my career, to be honest, like I have so many favorite moments that I don't know anymore. It's just that life moves so fast for me. Like I've been to like 4, 5, 6 different cities in the last 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really remember like all the people I've seen in those cities, just because it's moving so fast. It's like hard to keep track most of the time. Like I never really get the time to take everything in. You know, it's just a rush. So my favorite moment recently was last night at the 420 show. You know, it was dope. That was tight. Yeah.
How's it feel to get so much acceptance from all the OG rappers? Like, they always say your name.
Yo, you know what's crazy? It's like, I came to a point like a year ago, I was like, wait, time out. Like, all the OGs give me the praise that I need.
Every
like,
time.
Why am I tripping about this, like, you know, the new generation, like, sleeping on me or whatever? I feel like the OGs already gave it to me. Like, yo, bro, this you got it. So it feels great, to say the least, like, for my heroes to be like, yo, you're my favorite rapper, or you're my son's favorite rapper. It's crazy.
What was the one that came to you and said they really fucking with you? You was like, oh.
Well, Meth, Red, and Phife Dawg, all like, you know, we all had that moment where they came to me. It's like, yo, you my sons, you're their favorite rapper. It's like they got you on their wall, and like to see that is crazy. And like I'm like, yo, to hear that from y'all is crazy. And rest in peace to Phife, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like the first one to tell me that. Yeah.
You go back and tell your friends, like, yeah, they told me they fucking with me. Y'all heard that, niggas?
Oh, word. Nah, facts. And even like, you know, the younger OGs, like, you know, Ye and Jay, you know what I'm saying? When they gave me, when we had the words, where they gave me the praise, you know, that was a moment for me too. Like, damn. It's inspiring more than anything. Like, anytime I have one of those moments.
Phife, Red Meth, JayZ.
What?
You were like, Phife is number one, Red Man, Meth Man.
No.
Oh, yeah,
No
JayZ
order.
told me he liked me too.
It wasn't no order.
That was shocking, right? I was like, whoa, really? Wow.
Nah, because when you said like, oh, geez, I just thought about the older guards before I got to the, you know, slightly younger ones.
Joey Badass. Anybody else got a good question before we ride? You got one? Hit him up. Give him the microphone.
I want to know what was one of your favorite tracks from your old stuff, and then one from your newer stuff that's coming out now.
One of my favorite tracks from like what? Give me a project. Brooklyn Zone's not that old. Let me see. My favorite track off 1999. My favorite tracks were probably like Snakes and Pennyroyal, just because it was so much real emotion in those songs. Like those are just directly inspired by things that I went through, and I turned to my pen. You know what I'm saying? Like me going through something, I'm like, I don't know how to cope with this except for turning to my writing. So those are probably my two favorites from back then. You know, all my songs are like my children. I love them all. You know what I mean? But my favorite song on this new album is definitely Temptation. And it's interesting because I made Temptation and Devastated in the same night. And like, you know, Devastated, I kind of knew it would be a hit, but not really. But when I heard Temptation, I was like, okay, like this is just my favorite song I've ever wrote, just because it's one of those songs that, like, if you go back to 2012, Joey Badass, you would never think that he'd make a song like this. You know what I'm saying? When you think about that box that people put on Joey, like that's a song that fucking explodes that box. Like what box? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's also a genre-bending track. Like I can't just call it hip-hop. I can't just call it rap. I don't really know what to call it. It's just a universal vibe. So, yeah, brother.
That's what it is, man. One more, man. Give me one more question. Make it great. Here he is. Don't look shy, man. Put some bass in your voice. There you go.
If you had a chance to make a collab album, which artist would you work with?
That's a good question. I would have
dead or alive. Like,
yeah, I figured you was gonna say that, so I would have to say Capital Steez, just because, you know, we planned on doing it, but we never got a chance to. So I would definitely want to fulfill that, you know, that wish I always had.
As an artist, when you answer questions like that, does it become pressure later because other interviews they keep asking? You said in an interview one time that you really make this.
Yo,
you be like, yo, I was talking that day, man.
Honestly, man, I've been doing a nemity of interviews lately, and it's just interview after interview. Like they'll check me, like, so in your last interview you said this, and yeah, you're absolutely right. It just
like that was Thursday.
It comes to, yeah, it's like, that's how I was feeling Thursday, bro. Like, it's fucking Saturday. Like, let me live.
What's the one question you hate to answer? Every time they ask it, you just go, why am I here?
So, tell us how Pora started.
You'd be like, I've done this with every episode of anyone I've ever done for 10 years.
Yeah, tell us how it started, Joey. Or, so, tell us about the new album. It's just such a vague question. Like, it's dope.
Yeah, what you got to do, you got to change it up every episode. Like every one you do, just make it something crazier.
Yeah, right.
Just be like, I did it for gummy bears, and we were high off this stuff. Next one,
Yeah, but then the next interview, they're gonna be like, "So, gummy bears." Like,
then you got to be like, wasn't me.
it was Big Von.
That was hey, somebody else said it. You know. We're gonna do it for my man Joey Badass. Give it up for him one more time, y'all. And look forward to that day, because I know it's coming back to San Francisco. We got to have a big one when you come in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's going to be an amphitheater tour.
It's going to be crazy.
So it's going to be crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it rhymed with what, the guy?
Hennessy? Huh? Nah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's just
we'll leave it at that. Stay close, man. We got Mo. Give it up for Joey one more time, y'all.